The man was burned in the mouth by the ice cube, but he was shocked by what was inside. The ice cube was hiding a mammoth that had been stabbed to death. The woman rushed to the refrigerator to check, and what she saw inside left her in a daze.
Oh my god.
Inside the refrigerator, a miniature world appears. It's a miniature world where every plant and tree is exactly the same as on Earth. They had their own production line, but the pace of life inside was so fast, it's as if everyone has pressed the fast forward button. Time flies by. Looking at the two people's faces, they were baffled. This is still the second-hand refrigerator that they bought, but there is one thing that makes them very confused. This is obviously the medieval period. The mammoth has been extinct since the Ice Age. Then they gave the mammoth a big funeral. They buried it in a flower pot. Done. The two men who couldn't resist their curiosity opened the refrigerator door again. After only 6.66 seconds, the world inside has evolved from the Middle Ages to the Industrial Age, and just as the two chatted, countless tall buildings rise from the ground. Two workers spotted them.
Bag's staring at us all day.
I don't know. I'm tired of looking at that broccoli in her teeth.
They looked for a few seconds, and inside, hundreds of years have passed. The world is still moving fast. In the blink of an eye, planes have started to appear in the sky. It looks like modern society has arrived. Suddenly a nuclear bomb fell. Mike is knocked out by the shockwave. The world inside was instantly destroyed. His face was blown red, as if he had been exposed to nuclear radiation. But the war in the refrigerator continues. Countless nuclear bombs are detonated. Mary couldn't bear to look inside anymore. Mary closed the refrigerator door. An hour later, when the woman opened the door again, and what they saw inside completely overturned their perceptions. The world in the refrigerator is developing rapidly, in the blink of an eye to the modern world. But at that very moment, a nuclear bomb fell from the sky. The civilization inside was completely destroyed. Even Mike was exposed to the radiation of the bomb. The battlefield was so horrible that Mary had to close the door. Early the next morning, the two men were ready to clean the refrigerator, but when they opened the door, inside, there was a foggy weather. When the fog slowly cleared, oh my god, the miniature world was back in the age of dinosaurs. It was as if there had never been a nuclear war. Everything went back to the beginning again. Then the world in the refrigerator started to evolve again, from the Middle Ages to the Industrial Revolution, to modern society, in a matter of minutes. And this time there was no nuclear war. The whole world is evolving at a rapid pace. In the blink of an eye, the world has developed into the future. Many strange buildings have been built. Looking at the two of them, they were baffled. Then a black pyramid rose up from the ground. Countless sky bridges appeared in the air. All the energy was constantly fed into it. After a short while, the center of the pyramid began to change. The energy gathered into a ball of light. Then a fission took place. Numerous light bodies broke out of the box. The green light surrounded the two men in the middle. At this time, the ball of light in the refrigerator became larger and larger. Suddenly a white light flashed. The man was sucked into the world of the refrigerator. Looking at the giant in front of him, curious little people all gathered around. This is the largest corpse ever found in human history. He was more than 100 meters long. He weighed at least 200 tons. He had big eyes. Face still retains the shine. It looked like it had just died. One of his fingers was 3 meters long. He had several crocodiles in his hands, also swimming around in the water. This makes Tom very curious. Where did this giant come from in the end? He is obviously not a creature of the earth, more like the gods of ancient Greek mythology. At first people were afraid to approach, until a bold man climbed up first. Only then did the people below lower their guard. They climbed up to the body. Some studied the big foot. Some people got their noses in the air. After a while, the giant was crawling with people watching. Bears played games on his chest. Square dance on the nose. The giant's corpse has become an internet sensation. Every day, countless people have to go up and step on it. Within a few days, Tom came back to the beach. By now the giant had lost its luster and the body also began to slowly decay. Even the mouth has become a home for crabs. The color of the original clear eyes also began to white up. Then the giant's limbs were removed, and someone played with graffiti on them. A month later, the bones of the giants were moved to various places. Some of them were hung on the dried meat as signs. Some were placed in the home as a doghouse. This looks like the god of ancient Greek mythology. Now only a few ribs remain on the beach, and with the passage of time, he will also be completely forgotten by mankind.